Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually doing a video that I never really planned on doing until it was actually a few days ago. I saw something online. I can't exactly remember what I was doing. I think I was looking up a quote on Google or something to figure out what the quote was. And I saw this thing online that said, why I changed my major. And as you know from the title of this video or whatever's on the screen when you're watching right now, that's what I'm doing. Hopefully this video is helpful or interesting to you. Maybe you're going into university, you are in university, or you're thinking about going to university, or whatever your situation is. I hope that this is helpful for you. So I'm right now in my third year of university. So I've been in university for 3 years, and as you know, I've changed my major, and I've actually changed it 3 times. So I started in school in psychology, which I chose because in high school I was in this class that I really liked. It was like a psychology, sociology, and anthropology class, and the psychology part of it was my favorite, and overall I just did really well in the class, so I was like, that's what I'm going to apply to in university. The first time I switched my major was in my second year. So I switched out of psychology and into a program at my school that's called child studies. And the reason why I did that was because I've always worked with kids for as long as I can remember. I've worked with kids, I've babysat kids, I've helped, like my mom's friend who has a daycare, I've helped her with kids, I've babysat my young family cousins and stuff, so I've just always enjoyed working with kids. I was in child studies, I was liking it at first, and then kind of near the end, I was like, I don't really like this, and I had this realization that was like, I don't want to graduate with this program and come out with this program being my major or my diploma or whatever. I just started thinking, and I was like, I'm doing so well, like, why don't I like this, or why don't I want to finish this, or like keep going with it? And I just remember like writing out all my thoughts and thinking to myself, and I was like this doesn't make me happy. It was pretty much then that I realized, I was like, just because you're good at something doesn't mean that you have to do it or that it's what you need to pursue. So I kind of learned the lesson that like grades do not mean that you're happy. Like, just because you're doing good in a program or at a job or whatever, just because you're good at it doesn't mean that it's making you happy. And I think that was really important to learn. I just had this big thing that dawned on me. It was like an epiphany, and I was like, I'm switching my major. There wasn't really like any time where I was like, I think I'm gonna do it, or like, how do I do it? It was just like, I don't like this anymore, I'm going for it. And from that moment, I just ran with it. Well, I wanted to switch into communications, which is the program that I'm in now. You have to meet with like they call it like an academic advisor. So I did that, and I just remember that day. I went in and I like told them what program I was in and where I wanted to go. And the lady was just like, what are you doing? Like, why are you switching from child studies into communications? And I just told her like that I don't want to graduate with child studies, and I really am interested in communications and I want to switch into it. And I could just tell like in that very moment that she was like, you're crazy. And she was trying to, like, it was almost like she was trying to sway me to stay in the child studies program, which I understand because I'm almost done, but like, honestly, like, I was not having her shit. You have to meet with another person who actually like does the whole like administrative part of like changing your major. You put it all in the system, and then I was in the communications program. And at this point it was the summer, I think. Like, I had all of these thoughts at the end of the semester, like the winter semester, when I was in child studies. So I switched in the summer so that in the fall, which was this past fall, I would be in communications, starting a new major with new classes. The more important things is like why I did it. And this is kind of why I wanted to make this video. Honestly, like, I just think it's so important that if you ever, like, in anything that you're doing, in this case for me, it was my school, my program choice, and my university path or whatever, it's so important to listen to yourself and not other people. Like, when I was in child studies, everyone told me that I was so good with kids. They're like, that's awesome, you're in it. And it's not that I didn't believe them or what they were saying wasn't true, because it totally is. Like, I am good with kids and I do like working with kids, but it just wasn't what I wanted to come out with. I am just so happy that I listened to myself and not other people, and actually went through with changing my major, because I'm still so happy that I did, and I think when I graduate in 2 years, I'll feel the same. The other thing that I wrote down that's important is that grades are not happiness. Like, just because you get an 80 or a 90 or whatever desirable number that a teacher can give you doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to be happy. It definitely can, and it does. When you do good work and you're happy about it and you're passionate about it and you're rewarded with a really nice grade, it's awesome, and it feels so good. I've written papers or done assignments or like learned things that I don't understand or I didn't completely like hit the nail on the head with or whatever in my new program, and that doesn't mean that I'm like not good at it or not going to keep doing it, you know? Like, when you really like something and you're really passionate about something, you want to learn about it. And whether you learn about it and get a 90 or you learn about it and you get a 50, it's what you're happy doing, so you're just gonna keep running with it. And that's exactly what I'm doing, and I completely, like 100% recommend to just not focus on numbers. We already focus on numbers so much. It's okay to change your mind, and it really is so okay to change your mind. I've met a bunch of people who have switched their major. Everyone tells me like, oh yeah, I switched my major, or like lots of people do that, because when you go into university or college or whatever thing you may want to do after high school, like it's not what you want to do. Like, maybe it is, and that's awesome, and I adore people who like know exactly what they want to do, go to school for it, and then come out and do that thing, and they're still happy with that. But the most important thing is that you are going to be happy with what you're doing. So we grow so much from high school to university, to the middle of university, to the end of university. And there's just so much pressure to like stick with what you chose at the beginning. So I'm telling you, I guess, that it's okay to not know, and it's okay to like have a little bit of like a midlife crisis and switch it up. I'm happy to be able to share my story with you guys. So yeah, like those are the 3 things that I really wanted to convey in this video, and I hope that I did. Just honestly, like follow your heart and your mind and your passions, and everything will work out, honestly. Like, it's gonna be okay. Hopefully this video was not all over the place, and hopefully you guys learned something, or you thought it was helpful, because that's really why I wanted to make it, was to share my story and my advice with you guys, or whoever might find this on YouTube and watch it. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and there'll be lots more videos coming soon, because this makes me happy. So thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe and thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. We don't have to take off.